Okay, it's Friday. We've made it to Friday, and what you have to do today is there's two objectives, I guess you could say, on Mathletics that you need to do. The first one I know is kind of hard to read, and you should see this under quests on your homepage on Mathletics. The first one is identifying the value of a place digit in a number, and so I'm going to go over some of that with you real quick. Easy peasy, should be able to get through this really quick. So first on your scrap paper though, I need you to draw some digits. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, then put a comma, 1, 2, 3, and let's just stop right there. We might have to add more to it. And now you're going to write slanted. There's no way that you can write straight across. You're going to have to write slanted. So this first blank right here, this is a reminder. Golly, you should already know this, is the ones. If you need to pause me, go ahead, but I'm writing on. This is the tens. This is the hundreds, and I'm kind of going to abbreviate. Then we made it to the thousands. I'm abbreviating that. Then we made it to the 10,000s. Whoops. 10,000s. Then we made it to the 100,000s. And we might have to go bigger, I'm not sure, but if so, that won't be hard. Like literally, you'll just put a comma here and you'll just keep going 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's your cheat sheet that you should have on your scrap paper. Okay, so this is the kind of questions that you're going to see. What's the value of the underlined digit in 4,137? Well, I erased it. I should have kept it up. But if you looked on your cheat sheet, this is the ones place, this is the tens place. But there's a 3 in it, so 3 tens would be 30. So literally, you're going to type in that box 30. Oh, I accidentally pushed 39. I meant to put 30. Obviously, the correct answer is 30. That was just a mistake on my part. I meant to do that. Actually, I didn't. Okay. The value of the underlined digit in this number. This is kind of weird that they don't have a comma right there. I'm not sure why they put a space there, but I think they're just trying to show you that there's 3 digits there, there's 3 digits there. I think that's what they're doing. So the first one would be the ones, the second one would be the tens. There's a 4 in it, so your answer is going to be 40, because 4, let's see if Miss Caulfield can actually type 40 this time. There we go, yay! Now this is a little different. You're actually going to have to drag some box. So what's the place value of the underlined digit in this number? Ones, look at your cheat sheet. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. But there's a 5 in it, so 5,000s. That isn't down here, so I'm assuming they just want you to do thousands. And you're just going to slide it like that. Okay. The value of the 3, that's in the hundreds. This is the ones, the tens, the hundreds. There's a 3 in it, so it's worth 300. So, stinking easy. What's the place value of the underlined digit? This is the ones, this is the tens. There's a 5 in it, so that's actually worth 50. But they're just saying what place is it. It's the tens. Okay, I think you can do this. Okay, so that's the first objective. The second objective is a little bit harder. Let's see how I get out of this. This is the second objective, understanding the place value system, powers of 10, and that's where it gets a little tricky, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to film this little lesson real quick. Let's see here. This screen looks different. It won't look like this on you now. It'll look like this on you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit. And this isn't the first time you've heard this, but anytime you go, and you need to write this on your scrap paper, anytime you go this direction, you're going 10 times, I'm putting that for times, greater. Literally every time you're going 10 times greater, okay? If you go this direction, you're getting 1/10, or we could spell it out, 1/10 smaller. Okay, that's important information. This way you're getting bigger. This direction on your numbers are getting bigger. This direction on your numbers are getting smaller. Well, let's think about it, okay? The first thing that you need to know is the first digit would be like this. I'm just gonna draw some blanks. And let's say that I'm going from this digit to this digit. Then I just got 10 times bigger. But let's say that I'm going from this digit to this digit. Now let's think about it. If this was 10 times bigger, then this is 10 times bigger than this. So that means we have to multiply 10 times 10. So maybe on your scrap paper, the first number would just be 10 times bigger. The second number, if you go 2 digits, would be 100 times bigger. How did I get that? Because that was 10 times 10. What if I went 3 digits down? Okay, now think about it. That would be 10 times bigger. Then that would be 10 times bigger, which is 100. And that would be 10 times bigger, which is 1,000 times bigger. So that's a cheat sheet for you, okay? Now let's go the opposite way. What if I'm up here and I'm going this way? I'm getting smaller like I showed you before. So that would be 1/10 smaller if I go 1 digit. What if I go 2 digits there? What if I went from here 2 digits down? Well, that's 1/10 smaller. So that would be another 10th smaller. So that's actually 1/100th smaller. Whoops. Messed up. 1/100ths. And then 3 digits down would be 1,000ths smaller. So this side over here is the smaller, going smaller. This side over here is getting bigger. If you need to pause my video so you can write that on your scrap paper, you need to do that right now. I think this marker's dead. I'm going to throw it away. Uh-oh, looks like I need another one. Let me get it real quick. Looks like we're changing colors. We're going red. Red for Christmas, I guess, and that's okay. So, you should have all that on your scrap paper. Now let's do some of this. You're going to compare the value of the digit 5. You're looking for the 5 in these numbers. And, I mean, that's weird to me, so I'm going to go ahead and put a comma there. 52,914 and 588. I don't think it would be a bad idea if you stack these on top of each other. 52,914, 588. I don't think it would be a bad idea to stack them on top of each other. So it's wanting you to compare the 5s. Now I want you to think about it. If I came on out here with this blanks, because look, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. This only has 3 digits, but I went ahead and drew 5 digits out, okay? So let's think about this. I gotta figure out the comparison between this digit and this digit. Is this 1 digit bigger? No. But if it was, that would be 10 times bigger, because I told you 1 digit is 10 times bigger. It's actually 2 digits bigger. So this would be 10 times bigger. That would be another 10 times bigger. So 10 times 10, just like I showed you over here on your cheat, 10 times 10 would be 100. So let's see what our choices are when I click this little drop-down box. It's going to be 100 times bigger. Yay! The value of the 6, we're looking for 6s now. And I'm going to stack them on top of each other. The value of the 6 and 6,524.7 is how much the value of the 6 and 965.17. Don't you agree that this 6 is bigger? For one, there's more digits going this way. So we got to figure out how much bigger. Well, I mean, I didn't just go 1 digit over from here to here to find the 6. I'm actually going to have to go 2 digits over for that 6 to be in the same place as that. So that means this is 100 times bigger because it's 2 digits down. 1 digit down is 10 times bigger. 2 digits down is 100 times bigger. Let's see. There's 100. It's a little tricky. It helps to stack on top of each other. The value of, I'm looking for 6's again, and 60.01. Stack 60.01 on top of 7.693. Look, I lined up my digits on top of, or excuse me, my decimals on top of my decimals. And if you want to put a 0 there, you're fine. So I'm comparing this 6 to this 6. Well, I don't just go one place over. If I did, that would be 10 times bigger. I actually have to go 2 places over because this is 2 digits this way. So 10 times 10 gets me 100. Again, seems like every answer is worth 100. Okay. This number, and if you need to put a comma there, that's fine. 30,040 is how many times the value of the 4 and 14.30. Now that looks kind of weird, but I mean, if this was money, this 30,040, then look what I would do to it. I would put a decimal and 2 zeros on the end. And now look how my decimals do line up. And I'm looking for the 4. So to go from this 4, 1 digit this way, only 1 time this way, that means it's 10 times bigger. Because only 1 digit. See, stacking it really does help. Now we're looking for the 5s, 3,653.3. 3,653.3 is how many times the value of the 5 in 45, look how I'm lining up my decimal, 793, decimal on top of decimal, and if you want to put zeros there, you can. Now I'm looking for the 5s. So here's the 5 here, here's the 5 here. This is obviously bigger because it's farther this way. So to go from here to here means this is 10 times bigger than this because I only had to go 1 digit. 10 times the value. It hasn't showed us any tenths yet. Gosh, I hope it does. Uh-oh. Well, that's good, except I really kind of want to show you. I'm going to start it one more time because it needs to show you some questions going the other way too, to be honest. Uh-oh. I want to do that. Just hold your horses a little bit. See if that lets me do this again. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. So I'm just gonna make up something, okay? Let's say I'm just making up 45.62 is the first number. Let's say that's the first number. But the second number is 3482.32. I just made that up, okay? So we're looking for 4s. Look, the bottom number is bigger now. So how much smaller is the top number than the bottom number? Look, you're going this way this time because this is the smaller number. So if you go 1 digit that way, then that's 1/10. And when you drop that down, it should say 1/10. But if you had to go 2 digits, it would be 1/100ths. Because 10 times 10 is 100. And the good news is it'll let you do that a couple of times. I think it'll make sense once you get in there, okay? I think that'll help explain it. When you get finished with this, of course, you can do the class challenge. You can do the school challenge. Don't stay on like level 1 though, big deal. If you beat everybody on level 1, I mean, you should at least be on like level 3 or 4 to compete. I mean, if you're like, oh, I beat France, but you're on level 1, that's not that impressive. Okay, talk to you later.